EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one. To around the 33. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. You think early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 71 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Fields on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Can't get away, and he's taken down. 3rd down and 13. Off play action. Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Taking it about the 36. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. That's Ayuk. pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And Ayuk certainly established himself last year as a bona fide #1 receiver in the NFL. He produced a first down on over 80% of his receptions. And so far, he's picked right up where he left off as he earns a new set of downs for this offense. And keep an eye on him. He can also find the end zone as well.
Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Keon White got in there for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting. And,
partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to them.
That one out wide and intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught here by Taylor. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yard.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham from 13 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson now with his second sack here on opening night. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate.
And now the rookie's free. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, Mitchell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Mitchell again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Ruckert punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. the shotgun to McCaffrey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 26 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Oh, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kene Nwangu, 67 yards. And the Jets strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll buy some time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jermaine Johnson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Hurts. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Flushed out right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Start to the season. This has been back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
This is 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. Pass complete to Taylor.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Back to throw. Fields.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Fields.
This is caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Zerline good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Hurts fumbles it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Jets, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.